Good morning, beautiful chaos. It's Thursday, May 16th, and the weekend's almost here, which means absolutely nothing to me because I'm a mom with goals and ambition and a to-do list I definitely lost under a pile of laundry 3 days ago. But here we are, eyeliner mostly on, caffeine barely kicking in, and still ready to break down the headlines like the sleep-deprived truth teller that I am. This is the only show where the news gets served with sarcasm, sass, and maybe a side of cold coffee. Let's get into it. Trump's $2 billion side hustle. Let's start with a little corruption to kick off your day. President Trump is back in office, and so is his business empire. In just the last month, over $2 billion has flowed into the Trump family ventures. Yes, that's a B. The Trump family's new crypto, called $Trump, lets superfans buy digital tokens that double as status symbols. Buy enough and you get dinner with Trump. Buy a lot and you get a White House tour. Because apparently democracy now runs on Dogecoin logic. Meanwhile, foreign governments are lining up like it's Black Friday. Qatar helped fund a $5.5 billion golf resort. Saudi Arabia tossed $1 billion into a Dubai tower. Serbia gave Trump's son-in-law, Jared, the land where NATO once bombed the Yugoslav Defense Ministry because nothing says healing like luxury branding on a war site. And to sweeten it all, Qatar is gifting Trump a $400 million presidential jet. He says it belongs to his library later. Sure, Jan. Legally, his sons run everything. Ethically, it's giving commander in cash. And under U.S. law, when your policy decisions could benefit your business partners, that's called corruption. And don't worry, we're not done unpacking this billionaire presidency just yet. I'll be dropping a special report later today breaking down every eyebrow-raising deal, dollar sign, and diplomatic favor in full detail. Spoiler, it's giving Banana Republic with Wi-Fi. Stay tuned for that. Next up, Diddy trial. Cassie returns to the stand. In real-time reckoning news, Cassie Ventura returned to the stand in the Sean Diddy Combs trial, and her testimony is as gut-wrenching as it is explosive. She described years of control and abuse, physical, emotional, and sexual, including a 2018 incident where she says Diddy raped her after a supposed breakup talk. The prosecution rolled out security footage of Diddy dragging her through a hotel hallway, photos of her injuries, and a pattern of corrosive behavior that sounds less like romance and more like a criminal enterprise. Diddy, of course, denies everything, but this case isn't just about him. It's about who gets protected when money and power collide. And for once, it's not the man in the penthouse. Pope Leo XIV wants press to grow up. From courtrooms to cathedrals, Pope Leo XIV, yes, the first American pope, just delivered a word to the media. And let's just say some cable news hosts should be sweating. In a speech to thousands of journalists, Pope Leo warned against using media as a weapon of division. He told reporters to disarm their words and ditch the ratings-fueled hatred. And while he didn't name names, I'd just like to say, Jesse Waters, he's talking to you, sweetheart. The Pope also called for the release of imprisoned journalists and reaffirmed the value of a free and fair press. Not a performative one. If your job is truth, Leo says, act like it. Next up, Trump administration slashes $400 billion from Harvard. And finally, grab your Ivy League tears because the Trump administration just yanked another $450 million in federal funding from Harvard, citing its failure to address anti-Semitism and ideological bias. This brings the total cuts to a cool $2.6 billion. Harvard says it's political retaliation. The White House says it's taxpayer accountability. President Alan Garber has taken 25% pay cut and filed a legal challenge, claiming the administration is trying to control speech with funding strings. So now the nation's oldest university is in a very modern fight between academic freedom and executive wrath. All right, that's enough deep dives for one morning. Let's hit the headlines that didn't quite get the front page drama but still deserve a seat at the tea table. It's time for your quick hits because chaos doesn't sleep. It just rotates topics. Let's go. Surgeon General pick suggests psychedelics for therapy. President Trump's nominee for Surgeon General, Dr. Cassie has raised eyebrows by advocating the use of unproven psychedelic drugs as therapy. In her recent book, she even mentioned preparing for a romantic relationship with the help of mushrooms. And listen, I know it sounds wild to some, but I'm actually pro-psychedelic therapy. It's been genuinely healing for me. Mushrooms didn't just open my mind, they helped me close some emotional wounds too. So hey, if the next Surgeon General wants to talk about therapeutic trips, I'm not mad at all. NFL 2025 schedule released. The NFL has unveiled its 2025 to 26 season schedule, highlighting games on Thanksgiving, Christmas, and international matchups. Fans are eagerly marking their calendars for the upcoming season. World's Strongest Man competition begins. The 2025 World's Strongest Man competition kicks off today in Sacramento, California. Defending champion Tom Stoltzman aims to secure his fourth title amidst fierce competition. Eurovision 2025 set to dazzle. Eurovision 2025 is gearing up in Basel, Switzerland, with a star-studded lineup of presenters including Hazel Brugger and Sandra Struder. The grand final is scheduled for May 17th, promising a night of musical extravaganza. UK faces record wildfires. The United Kingdom is experiencing an unprecedented number of wildfires in 2025, with over 161 significant fires recorded so far, surpassing previous records. Authorities are urging caution as dry conditions persist. Mali protests erupt over political reform. Massive protests have erupted in Mali against proposed political reforms, including the dissolution of political parties and extensions of the presidential term. Demonstrators are demanding a return to democratic governance. India-Pakistan ceasefire brokered by U.S. A U.S.-mediated ceasefire agreement has been signed between India and Pakistan, aiming to end recent hostilities. Both nations have claimed victory, but tensions remain high in the region. Tell me something good! Team Tech Hero Edition. Okay, time to shake off the political whiplash and restore your faith in the future, because today's good news comes courtesy of a teenager who's already outsmarted half of Washington. Meet Siddharth, a 14-year-old from Dallas, Texas, who just developed an AI-powered app that can detect heart disease in 7 seconds using a phone's microphone. Yes, while some adults are still figuring out how to mute themselves on Zoom, Siddharth is out here saving lives with sound waves. The app uses machine learning to analyze breathing and heart rate patterns, and early tests suggest it could help catch heart conditions before symptoms even show. That's right, this kid may have just made early detection easier than ordering DoorDash. He's calling it Heart Smart, and if you ask me, the name fits, because between his brain, his heart, and his coding skills, this kid's running circles around the rest of us. So shout out to Siddharth, proof that brilliance comes in all sizes, and sometimes wears sneakers and still has homework. And that's your Thursday dose of what in the world is going on. Served hot, loud, and just self-aware enough to know I'll be rereading my own notes later. If you made it through this cast without stepping on a Lego or screaming into a pillow, congrats, you're thriving. Like, follow, and subscribe. And don't forget, at 5 p.m., I'm dropping a special report that goes deeper into the mess we only scratched the surface of today. It's politics, profit, and power, but make it personal. See you tomorrow. Same sass, same chaos, same hair. I definitely didn't brush. We're doing great, babe, even if we're doing it sideways.